First, some backstory so that you can understand the history I had with him and why it messed me up so badly. So, almost 12 years ago, I met a guy, Charlie, online in a video game. We played together for a while and talked every day just about. And eventually, we exchanged phone numbers, started texting, calling, and inevitably developing feelings for each other. I decided that I'm an adultish woman at the ripe age of 19, almost 20, and that I should make the 3,000-mile move to be with this guy. At this point, we'd been talking for almost 2 years, and I felt pretty confident in the choice. He promises me everything a girl could want in a relationship, and I fall for it, hook, line, and sinker. I arrive in a southern Texas town, and he picks me up from the airport, and we drive to his house. We planned that I would live in his grandmother's house, being as it was vacant and I could afford the rent. He said since his grandmother had passed away, it was something he has cleared with his aunt, and I was all good to move in and all that. But he originally told me that he would move in with me too, which never happened. And the first red flag should have been when he hid me in the house. In truth, he never got the permission for me to live there, and it turned out that the house was going to be sold in a few weeks, in fact. So I ended up on the couch at his parents' house, whom he lived with. His family is really religious, and he didn't want to let them down by finding somewhere else for us, so I lived with them for a few months, paying rent by cooking and cleaning for his family. I eventually get a part-time job, working with Charlie at a major clothing retailer. This is really important later on. I go to his church, fit in with his group of friends, and everything's going great for a while. His family likes me, and I'm enjoying my time in Texas. The second red flag I missed was his hesitation to introduce me as his girlfriend. He would simply introduce me as his friend and tell people that we were just friends. In private, though, it was the total opposite. He would tell me that he loved me, how much he cared for me, and that he couldn't wait for us to live together. Everyone knew that Charlie and I, we were together, but he just denied it, hard. About 6 months of this, and I'm approached by some girl whose name I don't remember, and she basically tells me that I've stolen her man, that one day some girl is going to weasel her way in like I did, and I'll know her pain. Then she just leaves, and I never see her again or anything. Fast forward about 2 or 3 years, and I'm finally catching on about this shit. I'm tired of being told in public I'm not his girlfriend, but in private how much he loves me. We're on and off again at this point, but we still have feelings for each other, and decided to really give it another go. A new girl, Lucy, starts to work with us, and they become fast friends too. Her calling at all hours to complain about a jerk boyfriend, and I instantly had a bad feeling about her. Hated her, but I tried hard to like her and be friends, inviting her over for drinks and taking her to concerts. You name it, I tried it against my better judgment. Her birthday comes up, and he takes her to lunch while I'm working, and I see this picture he posted of her on Facebook, and the look she is giving him in the picture, I just know that he's screwing her. My heart sinks, so I confronted him, and he tells me it's an unfair question to ask if he's sleeping with her, so I just break up with him, but decide to stay friends. And that was the biggest mistake of my life. Lucy starts talking about Charlie and his skills in bed, bad-mouthing him, spreading rumors at work, just crazy stuff, and she blames me. Around this time, Charlie is also passed over for promotion at work and makes an offhanded comment about how he's going to shoot up the store because of this. Obviously, another red flag that I just totally missed. Charlie is also eventually let go, and rumors just run wild. I stay silent because of an investigation at work about the rumors and the comment Charlie made about shooting up the place, and I just wanted no part of that mess anymore. About a week or maybe 2 later, Charlie asks me to go to the movies with him, and I said that I would go with him. But then he kidnapped me, taking me into the back country, far, far away from anywhere. The middle of nowhere, literally. He parks the car and, obviously, I feel super scared at this point. He hasn't said a word to in over 30 minutes, and I don't have cell service here. He pulls out a gun too, cocks it, and then points it at me, and tells me to tell the truth or he's going to kill me. I start crying, telling him that I have no idea what he's on about, and he pulls the trigger and it's empty. He cocks it again and points it again, telling me that I need to tell the truth and that we're playing Russian roulette, and I would die if I kept lying. He did this 3 more times. Each time it was empty, and I'm in hysterics at this point. I can't breathe and I'm crying really hard. He tosses the gun in the back seat with a laugh and says that,
"Just playing with you. I wanted to see if you kept your story straight. I had to be sure that it wasn't you who was lying. And I'm glad it's not you. You're a great friend."
And he just drives us back to town for the movies, talking the whole time like nothing was wrong. I'm terrified still and know that I have to get away, so I excuse myself partway into the movie and I go into the restroom, call a friend to pick me up, and then just call the cops. When it was all said and done, they basically couldn't do anything to him because he never actually hurt me, and he didn't have the gun when they came into his house, and I basically had no proof that anything happened. After this, I went into hiding and later found out that he had planned this out with Lucy, and that it was her way to get rid of me because apparently she was super jealous. And he went on to date Lucy for a few more years. I've been hiding from him for 5 years now, and eventually cut all contact with mutual friends when one of them was having lunch with me and told Charlie about it. I thankfully left before he was able to show up, and apparently he wanted to talk to me.